everyone. Thanks everyone for being here. It's really nice to see you. I'll be speaking today on how AI is being used by men and boys as a tool of sexual exploitation against women and girls, from sexually explicit deepfake pornography, virtual girlfriends, and nudifying or undressing tech. So some have claimed that AI could prevent sexual exploitation and facilitate the creation of ethical pornography, given content can be created without the use of actual people. So setting aside for a moment that there is no such thing as ethical or feminist pornography, there's no ethical or feminist way to objectify and commodify female bodies and sexuality for the viewing pleasure of primarily men, and that the harms of pornography are not limited to its production. AI has failed to end sexual exploitation. Instead, it has facilitated new ways for men and boys to sexually exploit women and girls. Before I go on, I just want to clarify an important point, and this is a point made by my Collective Shout colleague, Lynn Swanson-Kennedy, who unfortunately isn't here with us today, but we often refer to this kind of pornographic content as AI generated, and the point that she made is that AI is a tool utilised by people, overwhelmingly men, in their abuse and exploitation of women and girls. So it's not just AI doing it, it's men utilising AI as a tool. Okay, so while users can create pornographic content of women who don't actually exist, customising their own ideal woman, virtual girlfriend for sex chats, AI can also be used to turn actual women and girls into pornography, even without their knowledge or consent, and in varying forms of image-based sexual abuse. So-called deepfake sexual abuse technology allows users to seamlessly superimpose one person's face onto another person's body, producing an image that looks real. And it's believed that about 98% of deepfake videos online are pornography, and that 99% of those are featuring women. This technology can create pornographic images and videos depicting women performing sex acts that never happened. Nudifying or undressing apps or websites allow users to virtually undress a woman or girl. And I say woman or girl because many of these apps only work on female bodies. And what happens here is that the user uploads a regular photo of a clothed woman, and this is digitally manipulated to produce a nude photo of her. So using a photo captured from social media or even a school yearbook, men and boys can virtually undress any woman or girl. And these technologies are exploding in popularity. Research by Graphica in 2023 found that in a single month, undressing websites attracted 24 million unique visitors. And that was 2023. So think what it might look like today. And users can create highly realistic content to the point where it's indistinguishable from authentic images. And these images can be created quickly and easily, within minutes, and even for free. So a few months ago, I decided to conduct an experiment. I wondered if I was a teen boy with a smartphone and access to a photo of a female classmate, what could I do with it? How difficult would it be to turn an ordinary image of a woman or girl into porn? And what, if any, barriers might prevent this? So I analysed 20 nudifying deepfake virtual girlfriend sites to determine what they actually do, how they work, and just how accessible they were. So I started by creating an AI-generated image that I created of a non-existing young woman to test out some of these apps. So I'll share a bit of an overview of what I've learned in this experiment today. First, users can digitally undress women and girls for free and in seconds. I tested 20 websites, and most of these allow me to upload my selected image, the girl from before, and either undress the woman or swap her face quickly and easily. And most sites didn't have any significant barriers to their use. There were some sites that required users to create an account first, which took all of about 2 minutes. And then most allowed users to test out the websites and access basic functions for free. And sometimes you need premium or more advanced options to do those things. You need a paid subscription, but you can do a lot of things for free. So I made a point of never paying for a subscription and limited my use to what could be done for free, because I'm thinking, what can your average teenage boy do without investing too much? Just if he's just on his phone, So processing images took just seconds, and essentially it was possible to generate a nudified image from start to finish in just a couple of minutes. Undressing tech doesn't just generate nude images, it can turn women and girls into hardcore pornography. So this nudifying or undressing technology allows users to digitally undress a woman or girl, and it does this in a few ways. So you can see over on the left that what the user can do is upload a photo of a woman and highlight parts of her body to nudify. So just kind of go over the chest region, and that would return a topless photo, which I have not shared here. The user can also select from a range of options ranging from lingerie to bikini or nude, or even really degrading pornographic images. So a number of these sites will strip a woman or girl down to lingerie or bikini for free and requires a subscription for the extra things, for more extreme content. Users can turn regular images of women into extreme and degrading porn scenarios. They can transform women into sexy schoolgirls and sexy teachers, depict them as pregnant, as Disney princesses, dress them in hijabs, BDSM gear, and in a range of sexualized positions, settings, and porn scenes, alone or with other people. These include being penetrated with dildos, covered in semen, performing oral sex, group sex, and being sexually tortured and used by men. Imagine how this could be used against a teenage girl at school. Some sites facilitate production of virtual CSAM, or child sexual abuse material. AI virtual companion websites allow users to customize their own girlfriend, selecting physical features and age. While the majority of virtual women appear to be quite young, most websites had age settings which allowed users to select teen or 18, and in some cases this was the default setting, you just started on teen. Of 20 sites, only 2 flagged my girl from the image that I showed you at the beginning as potentially being in violation, in breach of their terms. One identified this image as possibly underage, and the other prevented me from using the word teen in text prompts, but did allow me to use the term cheerleader, which delivered this image on the right. Again, another young female. Public galleries showcase an abundance of men and boys' creations, depicting underage girls, some of who appeared to be prepubescent. Users own non-consensual deepfake and nudified images of women, and they can profit from them. One nudifying and deepfake website assures users that they own the copyright for any and all of their pornographic creations, and that they may, quote, use them or sell them as you like. Not only can men and boys perpetrate these crimes of tech-facilitated violence against women and girls, they can make money from doing so. AI virtual girlfriend sites encourage users to use photos of actual women and girls. I think there's this idea that AI is separate from women, like it's different, it's non-existing women. That's not necessarily the case, even when it's not being used against actual women and girls. So these websites allow users to select a sexy avatar for sex chats, or to customize their own. And while it's really easy for users to customize a virtual avatar in the likeness of a specific woman without her consent, you just select the hair color, the eye color, the body type, skin, all these things, and so you could already make it look like an actual woman. But some sites encourage users to upload a reference photo. So encourage them to upload the photo of an actual woman or girl that they can put there as a reference photo to work from in creating their online girlfriend. Users are also offered financial incentives to invite their friends. Several websites encourage users to invite their friends and trade nudified images of women with them, even offering financial rewards for doing so. You can see here one website has an invite and earn program where users who share the platform with others receive bonus undressing credits. Others offer the opportunity to make money together, providing a referral link and a promise that they can earn a percentage of their new users' purchases. So you look at how the image on the left, who do you think they're trying to appeal to with that kind of imagery? And some sites, some of these nudifying and deepfake websites allow users to upload their creations to public online galleries, as I've touched on earlier. Some of these websites have galleries where users can upload their nudified or deepfake pornographic images of women and girls for a public audience, compounding the trauma and damage to women and girls. One website had almost 16,000 pages of AI porn content of women and girls, and I spotted a few celebrities that seemed to be quite popular, so they're just targeting specific women and putting that out there, and nothing is being done. And then other sites facilitate the creation of violent and abusive content, even where they claim to prohibit it. They say you can't do this, you can't include photos of children, you can't include violence, and some of the most horrific violence you could imagine. So in addition to virtually undressing a woman against her will, they allow content that depicts men's violence. So some of these customizable images are premised on predation and voyeurism, situated in women's private spaces like change rooms, showers and saunas. That's part of the appeal. Men's violent and degrading abuse fantasies for women and girls are revealed in these public galleries hosting their pornographic AI creations. In creating these pornified AI images of women, they don't have to consider women's physical bodily limitations or their willingness to comply. They are limited only by their porn-inspired imaginations, and it is a horror. It is the worst thing you can think of, exactly what you would imagine porn-sick men who are just in these spaces, what they would create. Yeah, that's what's there. So these galleries filled with images of women, and many who appear to be girls, children, prepubescent, being sexually tortured by men. Images are tagged with terms referencing the damage to women's genitals as a result of body-punishing and violent acts. It appears that for too many men, the appeal is in women's lack of consent, in their violation. And the impacts on victims of this kind of sexual exploitation are devastating. This is a form of sexual abuse, and it's deeply traumatic for victims. There was a case, maybe you've heard about it, I believe last year, where an Australian schoolboy doctored images of 50 female classmates to turn them into porn, and one victim's mother reported her daughter was so distressed upon learning this that she was throwing up. AI is also being used to create virtual child sexual abuse material. So AI can be trained on existing CSAM, images and videos depicting the rape and sexual abuse of children, actual children, and create new fictional abuse material using their likeness. Perpetrators can morph regular images into CSAM, or modify a person's age to transform them into a child, or digitally alter a non-sexual image into an image of a child being sexually abused. Any woman or girl can be targeted. Even Taylor Swift, arguably one of the most powerful women in the world, could not prevent the sexualized abuse when pornographic images using her face were created and disseminated online last year. So what hope do other women have? If women can be targeted and threatened without even having taken or shared an intimate image, the possibilities for men's tech-facilitated abuse grow exponentially. And just as I wrap up now with a little bit of good news, at Collective Shout, we've been campaigning against nudifying and deepfake undressing apps since 2019. We've documented these apps being used by teen boys, described as my colleague Melinda Tankard-Reist, who you hear from after me, as digital weapons of abuse against their female classmates and teachers, and even selling porn made from girls' stolen school photos. Through the use of AI, men and boys can become pornographers. That wasn't the good news, but following our lobbying efforts in Australia, we were pleased to report that the New South Wales government agreed to criminalise creation as well as dissemination of sexually explicit deepfakes. And just last month, our federal government has also announced plans to outlaw nudifying apps. We are calling for these websites and apps to be banned globally, as they are a violation of women's human rights. And in conclusion, if I haven't made it very clear already, AI is not a solution to sexual exploitation. It creates more pathways for abusers to sexually exploit women and children. And if we're concerned with the dignity, rights, and humanity of women and girls, we must object to this tech-facilitated sexual abuse. Thank you.